When I was young, I really had no voice. And I'm going to tell you why. I was so painfully shy when I was young, particularly under the age of 20, that I preferred that other people did most or all of the talking in just about every venue that I was in. And then, in my late 20s, I was immersed in a personal life situation that required me to develop some sort of a voice, particularly a leadership voice, and not just one, but several. And then when I was in my very first management position at work, I realized that I needed to use and develop and leverage even more different leadership and management voices. In fact, folks, I discovered that leadership and management demands a full repertoire of voices. How cool is that? And each one of those voices has a specific purpose. Now, what would happen if you used a motivating, inspiring voice with your staff? You know, that voice drives the bus of success. It drives the bus of productivity, and it moves people to do some really great things for the company and for their own careers. What do you think would happen if you used a questioning, challenging voice at times? Well, that voice probes for details, and it seeks clarification when you don't necessarily understand somebody else's point of view. Did you know that you can actually build an entire leadership platform with just your voice? Well, you can. Over the decades, I learned how to do that myself, and you can too. Which voice do you find yourself using most often at work? Because you know, most of us keep going back to the same several voices. So which voice do you use most often, and why do you think you do it? And which types of voices must you learn to apply? That's the $64,000 question in this video. Which types of voices do you really need to learn to develop? Well, I have some help for that. In my new book, Learning Leadership Through Loss, I devote an entire chapter to finding your leadership voices. In fact, I discuss 16 of them in that chapter. We only talked about 2 in this video. So to learn about the other 14, check out my paperback edition on Amazon.com or grab the Kindle edition if you would prefer the electronic version. See you online.